said love conquers all, but Ada's story would make you wonder if love could also be a curse. Ada was the pride of her family, a beautiful, intelligent and hardworking young woman from Umudike village in eastern Nigeria. She had finished her education at a polytechnic in Enugu and was already working as a school teacher to support her widowed mother and young siblings. Ada was the kind of woman who made heads turn not just because of her beauty, but because of her warm and kind personality. Obina came into her life like the cool evening breeze after a scorching day. He was a tall, dark and charismatic young man, known for his ambition and affectious laughter. Obina had big dreams of owning a transport company that would connect all major towns in Nigeria. He had just returned to the village after his apprenticeship under a wealthy businessman in Onitsha. His dream, however, was still far from reality. All he had was hope and a plan written on paper. They met at a village event during Christmas. Ada was sitting under the udala tree, laughing with her friends when Obina walked up to her with a confident but humble smile. He complimented her dress and introduced himself. Ada, who was usually shy around strangers, found herself laughing at his jokes and talking to him like they had known each other for years. That evening, they walked back to the village square together, and Obina told Ada about his dreams. His passion and determination sparked something in Ada's heart. From that moment, their connection grew deeper. Over the next few months, Ada and Obina became inseparable. He would visit her at the school during her lunch breaks, and they would sit under the mango tree, talking about their future together. Obina painted a picture of a life where they would build a home, raise children, and run his transport empire as a team. Ada believed in him not because of the words he spoke, but because of the fire in his eyes when he spoke about his dreams. Ada began to save money from her teaching job, cutting down on personal expenses to support Obina's plan. When Obina suggested they needed to start small with one boss, Ada didn't hesitate to dip into her savings and loan him money. She trusted him completely. They worked as a team. Ada helped Obina draft his business proposals and even accompanied him to meetings with potential investors. Obina often said, "Ada, you are my backbone. Without you, none of this would be possible." His words made Ada feel secure and valued. As time went on, Obina's business started to take off. With Ada's money, he purchased his first bus and began operation. Within 2 years, Obina had 3 buses running routes between Onitsha, Enugu and Owerri. Ada was overjoyed, believing their sacrifice were paying off. But things began to change. Obina became distant. He started missing their usual evening talks and rarely come to visit Ada. Whenever Ada confronted him, he would dismiss her concern, saying, "I am just being busy trying to make our dreams come true." Ada wanted to believe him, but the unease in her heart grew. One fateful day, Ada decided to surprise Obina at his office in Onitsha. What she saw shattered her world. Obina was sitting in his office with another woman, introducing her to someone as his fiancée. The woman was elegantly dressed, wearing a ring that sparkled under the sunlight. Ada stood frozen at the door, her heart panted. When Obina noticed her, his expression was a mixture of shock and guilt. "Ada, I can explain," he stammered, but the words felt hollow. Later that evening, Obina met Ada to explain. He admitted that the woman was the daughter of a wealthy businessman who had invested in the transport company. He claimed he had no choice but to marry her to secure his business deal. "You know how much I care about you, Ada. This is for us," Obina pleaded, as if betrayal could be justified. Ada's heart broke into pieces. She had given him her trust, her love, her hard-earned money, and now he was leaving her for wealth and status. Tears streamed down her face as she asked, "Was I not enough for you, Obina? Did everything we share mean nothing to you?" Obina couldn't meet her eyes. He mumbled something about the future as he walked away, leaving Ada standing in the dark, her dreams crumbling around her. Ada returned to her family home in Umudike, carrying the pain of betrayal like a heavy burden, but she refused to let it destroy her. Slowly, she rebuilt her life, focusing on her teaching career and her family. The experience taught her a harsh but valuable lesson. Love is not enough without respect, loyalty, and honesty. As for Obina, his new marriage brought him wealth but not happiness. The woman he married cared little for him and more for her father's money. Over time, his business crumbled under mismanagement and greed. Years later, Obina returned to Umudike to seek Ada's forgiveness, but Ada had moved on. She was now a strong, independent woman who had found peace in herself. Obina's apology meant nothing to her anymore. Sometimes, betrayal is not the end, but the beginning of discovering your true strength. Ada's story reminds us that no matter how much love you give, never lose yourself in the process. Thank you for staying to the end, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more fun stories like this.